Oh my god, we are here at least. Hello everybody, hello both watchers, in case you are deciding to watch this video specifically. And this video, I won't cut it about this video. And well, we are finally back after such a long break. I think we have the possibility of returning to the streaming adventure, so to speak. So we're doing better than ever. And well, today it really seems to be a chill day. Aside from the fact that everybody decided to stream this late at night, everything else is kinda okay. Wait, I think I am having a problem with not Discord, but on my Discord. The fucking bot! What is happening, bot? Can you work? Can you try to work? What is your problem? Die, no please. No, it won't work. At some point, Dino will do its work. So let's just leave it there. Okay. I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot this place. I thought I had everything completely covered. It was a lie. I forgot to send this specifically here. Let me be completely sure that I am not forgetting anything. Let me check if entre is a word commonly used for the people. Entre, yeah, entry. What the fuck is this word? I don't completely entry. Let me some cash. And let's choose this one. And let me make it this way, and we're fine. Okay, there it is. I think I didn't forget anything else. I made one post, I made the other, and okay, one of those is fucking lacking an image. It isn't my fault. I'm sorry. I was kind of not paying attention when I ended up sending that link. Well, in reality, yeah, it is my fault. What can I say? Except you're welcome. I think I have nothing else to do outside the stream itself, so we can close this, just in case. Let me check. Nah, nothing else. We're fine. I can close everything basically. And now, finally, to the most important part of this adventure today. I have to send to the chat the actual topics that are going to be talked about right now. What the fuck was that waste? Tiny micro mosquito over here. One. I got this one. Okay, I think I am not needing to do anything else. Just in case, let me check. Bitrate is fine. Session is okay. I am on the correct screen right now. I can close the PDF. Can I? I can. check if there is no fucking bot. Because yesterday, no, earlier today, on the 30-second stream, I had to, after ending it, go through the list and find myself that there were like 6 bots, 6 fucking bots watching, and at least I'm happy that the bots do not count towards the view list. No, view list isn't a view count, towards the view count, because if they did so, I would be completely pissed, thinking about the idea that I will be having inflated numbers out of nowhere, but were great, so to speak. Mostly taking into consideration the fact that, yeah, there is nothing else for me related to that. I did my part. I always try to check if there are no bots in the concurrent viewer list. So I'm sorry if you are watching this to understand the guy behind the potato and see if you can spam me somehow. Go fuck yourself. You will have 0 chances. Marport. No. Time to eat some banana. What time is it? Okay. I had the banana almost half an hour outside of the fucking fridge. Why? Because I was procrastinating. I didn't want to stream today, and it isn't that I really do not feel like it, but I want to do so later on when there isn't that much people streaming all at the same time, making it hard for, in general, everyone to have a better view count, so to speak. But well, that is not my real problem, so at least I'm farming hours, I'm farming topics that I talk about. I'm also kind of retrospectively farming fucking bot watchers, because if you are really interested in what I talk about, you will have to watch this fucking video instead of watching me on stream. Why? Because you weren't here at that time. I am so sorry for you. I am so sorry that you had 0 chance of interacting with the one and only potato streamer there is. But well, what can I do? I wanted to now that all the excitement about getting affiliate has kind of chilled down, toned down, I don't know, relaxed. What is the goal to become a partner? What is it that I have to do to spend time doing godly what is this? What? Do not tell me there is even more people streaming now. No, please, God. Why are we late, people? Why in the fuck do I have to stream to not overlap with every single human on the existence? Oh man, I cannot do anything about it. So I might as well just ignore that fact and keep going on. What I can sell? What is it? The potato? No, the banana. I kind of had a brain for a moment. Sorry. The banana is tasty. Wait, I think I might have eaten around 100 bananas, and from those 100 bananas, like two of them were bananas of the low quality, so to speak, are kind of rare in this world, in this actual society. It is amazing, and also something that I noticed when when I was watching the latest video, yeah, the latest video that I had uploaded to the channel, there was still one for me to watch. There is still one for me to watch. That is the last real stream, the 30-second one, so to speak. But I forgot to upload it earlier today, so I just watched the 31st, so to speak. And what I noticed was that when I over exaggerate the way that I pronounce the words, it really is not only noticeable but kind of weird, so to speak. Kind of weird to hear, at least for me. So I hope nobody has any kind of problem with that, or really, yeah, in general has any kind of discomfort, so to speak, about that. As well, I'm also doing my best, so I still haven't watched my older bots. That is something that I talked earlier today, and I haven't still watched my older bots, but I think it also might be helpful to let time pass. There is no real necessity for me to, at least right now, watch the latest video, if in reality all I'm doing right now isn't even that different, and the kind of equipment I have is almost the same as when I started. Well, no, the equipment I have, the items themselves are literally the same, so yeah, there is no meaning behind watching my older videos. The only thing I could learn, no, not even learn, because I already fixed those already existing problems. So yeah, there is already not that much to say. What I really want to learn about is how to fucking solve the PC problem. I am so angry at the fact that I cannot use streaming elements properly. And well, at least I was able to set it up correctly. Now we have every kind of what is it? Alert. We also haven't had any more chat issues, so to speak. So it seems to be going better than ever. And well, now I am finally done with this tiny banana. So let me throw the fucking banana peel to the garbage, to the recycle bin. I don't know, find. Oh my god, I was crossing a layer and it went to sleep. I am lacking a leg. Well, give me a minute, 1 minute. Throw the banana. 1 minute. this. I spare run that fucking banana peel drawing. We are so good at this. There is no music. Okay, there it is. It is kinda loud, I won't lie, but if I haven't even gotten real feedback about it still. So it is kind of weird because I enjoy that sound, but for some other people it might be even kind of mind-boggling. But well, what can we do about it if nobody is here giving their opinion in real time to really try and fix the problems that we might have? Whatever it is okay. Well, now that I am already done with my banana, first of all, what the fuck was that? What the actual fuck was that wall text? Is somebody also streaming right now? Is somebody else also deciding to fucking stream at this hour of the day? Please do not tell me that we are going to be at the end of the day. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Yeah, we are. Today is the whole fucking world deciding to stream. Yeah, there is an audience problem. No, brother, the problem is that we have so much people streaming all at the same time that there is not enough watchers to watch everybody. And you cannot also expect the watchers to lose themselves in one stream, jump to another, lose what they were saying on that stream, jump to another. No, stop it with that. But well, what can we use? What can we say? At least we are fine. So, well, now really trying to go back to the list. Let me find it here. Okay. Oh yeah, it was about the. Let me check. Thank you, Charlie Foltz, for joining the spoots, so to speak. You're very welcome in this tiny garden community of cultivators and tiny spoots. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. As I really wanted to speak about, I have in mind the idea that it might be interesting to find a way to make the simple act of thinking something that we can enjoy, not because it is something that we might find a complete use, but rather because, as I said on the last stream, we will have inevitably to spend time in our minds, so to speak. So, if we do not understand how we think, how we can change the way we are thinking, and how wait, let me go back just a bit. I refer to change the way that we are thinking, as in have in mind the idea that we sometimes have the possibility of literally observing things from completely opposite or at least different perspectives without really losing the original idea, so to speak. Why? Because that is something that a critical mind, so to speak, is capable of doing. And when we have the possibility of developing such, I don't really know if it is okay to call it a skill or at least a simple kind of tool, because yeah, that it basically is something that kind of everybody has, and some people have it more than others, but it is literally impossible to think of ourselves as humans and say that we do not have the possibility of thinking about things or observing things from different kind of perspectives. So yeah. Why the fuck my light is flickering? Give me a second, because I'm going to have a fucking stroke at this point. Okay, there it is. Now, going back to the idea that it will inevitably come a moment where we will have to spend time in our minds, in our heads, just with ourselves, and literally nothing else. It is important to find a tool, a way, a mean to the end of having a great time with ourselves. It is this kind of touches the idea that we might have the possibility of really. Oh yeah. Wait. Before I forget what I was interested in talking after this, let me just in case reply to myself. It was. It is something like. Yeah, I think with that we are ready. Yeah. Now, let me properly go back to what I was trying to say. Yeah, we have to basically develop the skill of, and this I really think is an skill, the concept of being able to be with ourselves, alone in the own loneliness of our minds, and to also be able to enjoy what it means to think and what it means to have the possibility of only thinking, so to speak. Because I wouldn't say that normally we have nothing else but thinking. As I kind of discussed earlier today, in general, it is kind of the opposite. We are trying to find ways to distract ourselves and to turn off the brain, so to speak, or to not be as conscious as we really have to be. And I find it kind of funny because I talk about it on stream. I then went to watch other people. I will say the simple fact that I thought about it made me realize how much people really enjoy telling others how they really like to not think, basically. Because it isn't that people in general, before I talk about that topic, kind of shied away from the idea of not thinking and trying to do their best to not be inside their minds. It is rather that somehow the people itself finds a means to an end, or something kind of weird, so to speak, because we always have in ourselves the possibility of being our own entertainment, our own amusement, and instead we end up choosing all the other external influences, so to speak. And yeah, as I was trying to say, in general, people really likes to kind of find pride in the fact that oh yeah, today I was able to only be conscious about my whole life for, let's say, a whole hour of my 15-hour day. Just I had to deal with my life only for 1 hour. It was the best experience I could never have. I am such a genius. No, bro. It is the complete opposite thing. You're literally, well, at least from my point of view, to be clear, this isn't the objective truth. From my point of view, you're literally ruining your futures when you decide to purposely ignore what lies ahead of yourself, ahead of your own decisions. But well, that is also another thing, so to speak. Now, the, the idea here is to really give at least a basic guide or a basic way for everybody to find the concept, the concept of really having a good time only thinking, because it in that same phrase the problem lies, so to speak. It is not only that you are thinking, so to speak, because what can we say? It is as if we also talk about you are playing games, so to speak. Okay, you are playing games. What means play a game? Literally, just the most kind of general, most kind of general description that we can give to the action, so to speak, because thinking is also only a general description for what we do inside our minds, and profound, going deeper with the playing games idea. If you can, for example, when you are younger and you go outside, or even if you do it right now, when you are playing a physical exercising game, that is one kind of playing. When you are playing, for example, online a MOBA, that is also another kind of completely different playing. Even if it also has a social part of it, you are literally doing almost everything through a screen. You are using your mouse, your keyboard, whatever it is, your joystick that you decide to use, and both things fall into the major category of playing. But I'm sorry, I dropped my mic. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, wait, give me a second. I'm sorry, it is XD. 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 As I was trying to explain, we almost always have the possibility of, in general, finding that there is not only one kind of. Oh my god, how much do I love living in a society? Oh yeah, society existence. Fucking shit. Now, in hopes that I won't be interrupted any fucking more, I was trying to say that, as you can consider, one kind of game completely different from the other, and one type of playing completely different from the other, so to speak. So, to keep giving examples, just in case we need to add more, you can also play. You can, for example, you can play single on PC. You also have the possibility of playing single player games. You have not only on the single player side, not only something like what I played before, Half-Life, you have something completely unrelated to Half-Life, Tetris, you have Pac-Man, you have games that are games and that all fall under the category of in general playing. The same happens when we try to speak about thinking. You in reality have a lot of ways to think, and you have a lot of things that might be considered thinking, so to speak. Because at the end of the day, for example, continuing with what I was going on with the games, even if a professional player is earning money through a game, this e-sport player, so to speak, is still a player, meaning that player equals someone who plays. If I'm not being clear enough, basically it is unavoidable to keep playing, but the means that they are going for, or the objective at least that they are looking for when playing, are completely different from what, let's say for example, the 5-year-old you played for. Okay, that is literally the same idea, but in this case applied to thinking. You can literally spend your time thinking about random things, about how amazing it will be if the world were to become on a fuchsia kind of a tone and be monochromatic, kind of, or you can really try to spend your time thinking about a possibility of finding a life outside Earth and how we could develop possibly new amazing ways to create and to really advance in the search of outer space life. It is literally all on the same category of thinking, but it is at the same time not the same thing. If I'm being clear enough, I hope. But well, as I was saying, we cannot avoid giving this category to the act of thinking. So now that we have established that, we can try to understand how is it that we might be or might not be really thinking in general anything, so to speak. Because, for example, in one hand we might have that going to a specific kind of event, someone who has a depression is someone who thinks bad. Their kind of thoughts are negative ones, negative thoughts that are mostly focused on the idea of checking what is it that they are commonly doing wrong, how they are acting incorrectly, how they could have improved everything on their lives, or at the very least some basic things to be a completely different person. And we need to understand that even if we are not depressed, we might fall under the depressive thoughts. So we need to take action, so to speak. And I'm sorry if you have already heard it, but it is impossible to completely change how you think on what is it that you call thinking if you don't even try to move yourself towards the idea that there might be something different, there might be something worth trying to change, or at least there might be something interesting to learn from the experience, so to speak. I'm winning an argument against myself, so I'm completely winning. There are two players inside me, one monkey and another monkey, and we're all monkeying. But well, how is it? How was it? Is Demba still streaming? She should be, isn't she? But well, going back to my ramble, just in case. And well, no, wait. Thank you, Nico for coming here. Ginkgo, I don't know. I'm really having some problems with names. at this point already, so we might have to discuss that later on down the line on this stream, because it is important and because I don't want to spend my time doing anything else. But well, going back to what I was saying, if we understand that we have the possibility at least of finding out some interesting way of changing how we think, or at least what it means to put effort into the idea of having different kind of thoughts, so to speak, we might also find that in the simple act of thinking we find a comfort zone, and almost in a certain way a type of tool that gives us that ends up giving us, better to say, more relaxation or more positive outcomes that whatever else we might do outside our own mind. The only problem, because if you are hearing this for the sake of understanding how you might change your way of thinking, it is a problem for you basically, that you will have to put a lot of effort into trying to change how you think, or at least trying to change the basic idea that you have behind, trying to completely rewire your brain, so to speak, in that sense. And I'm sorry. And in general, what the fuck is going on? Wait, I need some water. I'm going to die at this rate. I think that it is. Let's hope that there it is. Because as I was saying, when you will have to put the work and you will have to change a lot of things, but at the end of the day, the problem is that all of this is really interconnected. If you have a better place in your mind, if you enjoy more time thinking, and if you're able to find that the simple act of thinking might become something more interesting to do than anything else, you might also gain, so to speak, a conscious mind. The simple act of being aware of what you're doing, why you're doing it, how is it that you're doing the things that you do, how might you even try to change for the better, or for at least a kind of different outcome, the ways that you act and all of that. So it really is something that, as I said just before, goes back to the other topic of, in general, you might have to stop, so to speak, being unconscious about yourself. In this case, it is more likely a direct shout out, so to speak, to you who are hearing this, not to anyone else or to any kind of outsider, because in this case, what I was really trying to go for wasn't the simple idea of, oh yeah, the other people, someone who isn't in any kind of way, shape or form me. No, if you're hearing this, it might be because you are interested in hearing that, and oh well, if you are so let me tell you, person, human on the other side, if you're hearing this and you really feel kind of touched by what I'm saying, you should keep watching the videos that might come sooner or later, because there is also a kind of interesting thing that the mind, the even more so the unconscious mind, tends to do with, oh yeah, this message is completely directed towards me. It obviously is directly tailored and perfectly made only for me and for nobody else. you should keep an eye out on the next videos that in some time might become a reality, or if enough time has passed, they might already be even there. But well, stopping the self-advertisement part. Yeah, now that we have I think there is almost nothing else to say about that. We have laid down why is it important to have the capability of thinking, or at least enjoying the act of thinking. Why is it also something funny, so to speak, to think, and what are the things that we gain, and what are the sacrifices that we might have to do for that same purpose. Why the fuck can I pronounce purpose? Let me check it. I am angry. I need to pronounce that word. It is something that I have seen incorrectly for a long time. Let me fucking check. Pronunciation. Yeah, pronunciation. Pronunciazione. Es que la pronunciazione della propuse palabra è molto complicate. Purpose. What? What? Porpoise. Porpoise. No. Give me an audio. Give me a fucking audio. Give me a fucking minute. English to Spanish. Yeah. How the fuck? Purpose. Yeah. Purpose. What? Purpose. What? What a fucking weird word. Okay, it isn't my problem. Going back to what I was really trying to say before I went off and triggered myself. We have already laid down everything, and I think the only problem that I'm having now is that even if you have the purpose of trying to find a way to really understand, or at least start working on the idea of how to enjoy thinking, I still haven't given you a key, so to speak. And I wouldn't really lie, it is something that takes a long time to completely learn, something that really isn't easy to find, so to speak. You might find yourself that the best way you have to enjoy, or that you end up enjoying thinking, is by, for example, analyzing analyzing certain parts of an idea that was given to you, or going over and over and over about a certain talk that you had with a certain somebody, or in general checking constantly what is it that you're doing. It is completely different for every person how we find the act of enjoyment in how we find the quality of enjoyment in the act of thinking. That was what I was trying to say. So what my experience was, it might not even be close to applying to you. You just need to try to find it for yourself. Is, as I said earlier before, you need to at least develop the possibility of having different kind of thinking ways of a certain of the same topic. You need to have the possibility of at the very least creating different point of views and different ways to interact with an idea, with a concept from your mind, so to speak. For example, the most simple kind of way that we can do so is when we focus ourselves in trying to understand in general an external idea that is given to us, so to speak. Let's say, for example, if I were to give you, okay, if I were to give you the concept that there was in the early use of recreated drugs, an experiment made in the USA where a kind of no, a specific type of rats were put in a cage, and there were two different sides of that cage. In one, the rats lived completely lacking almost every single necessity and had a surplus of drugs. And in the other side, there was a living society that had everything in surplus as well as drugs. And what ended up happening, in one side, the one where there was less of everything, the rats ended up overdosing, dying, and the whole society that the rats might have developed always ended up failing. Over the course of at least 5 years, the experiment ran different tests to check if the results were accurate or not. Every time the rats that had only a drug surplus ended up failing, and those who had an abundance of every single thing found a way to really, so to speak, have a enjoyment on their society. And even if there was a kind of use of drugs in the rats, because they decided to do so, nobody or almost nobody died of an overdose. So, now, if I were to give you the idea that, so to speak, or no, yeah, what is the point of what I gave you? You have, for example, the possibility of trying to understand it as, okay, this is only a society thing of rats. How can that apply to myself? How could that even be close to me? What does it mean? It literally has no sense. I am not a fucking rat. Why are you talking about rats instead of humans? I am a human. Do not even compare me to a rat. That is the most emotional kind of way to react to that. You can also try to go the scientific way that those people have. The scientifics thought that taking into account rats are also a part. Who said I was a human? I'm sorry. I never said I was a human. You're going crazy. I'm sorry. Ah, man. As I was saying, that is one way of viewing it. You can also go for the scientific way. As the rats are also a society-based animal, as well as humans are, you might think that, okay, this kind of thing can be related to our human selves in some way, shape, or form. This can be certainly attributed to some kind of society that I know of. This has anything to do with what I know. That is another point of view. You can also try to at least find the most personal type of way to view it, so to speak, though. Okay, taking into account that a rat, a simple being, decided to, in different kind of situations or environments, act in a certain way, shape, or form, and it, in the opposite, do something completely different, is it in any kind of sense applicable to me? I am really, even if I am a human and to a certain extent I have knowledge and conscience about what I'm doing, am I not really acting like a rat, so to speak? I am not really sometimes trying to find the drugs or not direct mind-altering substances, but the most closest thing that I have at hand to do the same thing, even if I am a human. And all of those ways, and a lot more, I am not going to explain every single way that it can be interpreted, because at the end of the day, it really comes down to the person, to a completely personal point of view, so to speak. You might not even be close to how another guy saw that idea or even tried to go about that idea. So yeah, now I need to drink water. That was a fucking lot. How much have I been talking already? Okay, almost an hour. I even got fucking tired because of that. I think I forgot kind of to fucking breathe in between. Let me make myself a little bit more comfortable. Oh man. Well, at least, so to speak, I was able to give you that basic idea. And now you have the possibility of doing whatever you want with that. And you might, as I said before, at least have the basic concept in mind that it is possible to enjoy thinking, and in this case, you're literally hearing someone who does. The only thing I can say it is that, as every single thing in life, it is not completely one-sided. It won't be completely enjoyable, or in the other side, it won't be completely unenjoyable. It is, as everything in life, in a kind of gray area, so to speak. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. You cannot expect it to be a walk in the park, so to speak. But well, that is, I think, I want to give, also taking into consideration that I am alone, kind of. I can pause and let me write down all the fact that I stopped talking about this. 56, 56, okay, that is the end of that idea. Now, going to something completely different. Why is the potato see-through? Because I wanted to make it like that. I was interested in the idea of being kind of see-through after such a visible time, so to speak. I was in. I think it is kind of a nice background. So being in the rocks and also being there, lying in the rocks, so to speak, there is no need for me to be completely solid, so to speak. We're having a great time, so don't even worry about that. Now, what do I have next to talk? Oh yeah, oh man. Do I have any? There is no question for me. There is nothing, nothing more. Because I need to ramble a little bit, and this one is really a ramble. I might even not be that understandable, because I wanted to talk about something out loud, but it might not be the best. We don't have to think that it will be an enjoyable experience. I might mumble a lot. I am trying to find a way to completely understand an idea that I can't even fully place in my mental map, so to speak. So we're going to spend some time with a potato completely rambling in the purest sense of the word. Okay, do we have water? Okay. Bueno. Okay. A little bit of stretching and yeah. Time for the fucking enlightenment to begin, so to speak. Let me close chat, just in case. Oh man. I will even turn off the light. There is no need for me to have light. I can even be with my eyes closed. Let me give myself a little bit more of music. Okay, there it is. A little bit more of music. Well, I hope it is at least. Oh my god, I have been having lag this whole time. I didn't check that. Thank god I opened fucking OBS. What is going on? Since when I have been having lag? Oh no! I wanted to talk so bad and now I'm having lag. No. Well, fuck it. Let's pray for the best that I am going to be understandable. Okay, I cannot completely understand what it is the idea and what is the kind of fun behind the idea of so to speak how is that it is kind of hard to approach by itself. I would even say, how is it that you cannot find in the simple act of being alone a kind of enjoyment? I will have to say that it is something that has to do more with the part of the personality, so to speak, that really isn't grown accustomed, so to speak, to being alone or being. In this case, I would even try to relate it to what I have been talking coincidentally, as because you haven't really learned how to enjoy being in your mind, so to speak. When you end up kind of being forced to be in a lonely environment or in loneliness, you find that it becomes rather uncomfortable, and not because it is something bad or it is something kind of in any way really uncomfortable by itself, but rather because it was something that you could try kind of to change before and you didn't, so to speak. And I also completely do not understand what is the point of trying to say so much with so little when at the end of the day the words itself alone and lonely are almost semantically speaking the same. I cannot think right now about any other kind of example like that, but it is kind of trying to change how a word functions, so to speak. If you say that when you are alone you are not lonely, because it is inherent to the nature of being alone that you will be kind of lonely. I think that the kind of way that the saying tries to go about it is when you are alone and you feel lonely, it is talking about the lonely that comes out because of the longing for not being in solitude, so to speak. But it might be because, for example, we do not have things to do when we are alone. I don't completely understand also what is it bad about being alone that will make you feel lonely. I think it comes about more likely when you are really not understanding what it means to have time with yourself, so to speak. So that's why you end up thinking, oh yeah, because I am alone, I have to face such a hardship, so to speak, rather than accepting the fact that you are alone. Then you have time for yourself, and you have the most important kind of time that anybody has. Time for not self-improvement, but self-analyzing and understanding what is it that you are and what is it that makes you who you are. Because at the end of the day, even if you really want to analyze who you are with another person, you need to completely understand the idea that you cannot really, even if it were your biggest confident, it is kind of not bad, but what could be the word? Problematic, so to speak, to let another conscious directly interfere with yours, so to speak, because what you understand you have in check and you understand you have in control, or have also the possibility of at least changing in a specific way, might be not completely understood by the other side, so to speak. And that's why when you are alone, when you are in loneliness, you need to do that work. And I think what it means to be, I think the kind of approach that the phrase being alone isn't equal as being lonely means is that you need to find a way for you to not be in this act of being alone, finding pain, so to speak. I am still not completely confident about that, but if I were to guess, what is it? I don't completely have in mind what it means to, what it tries to convey, so to speak. But well, I need water. That is the only thing I know. I need some water. Give me water. Thank you. Ah, man. We're back. We're finally back. Hello everybody. I was rambling for a little bit. Oh yeah, it was kind of weird, so to speak, but I did some good old rambling. How much did I ramble? I don't know. I know that I did. But well, was I able to completely understand that idea? No, still not. I could go back, so let me just ask, is Olga still here? Just in case I could leave a response to that question. In case you watch the pod, I don't know, I will do so just in the probability of that happening. What kind of redeems I am planning to add to the already existing ones? That is, oh man, that is a question I have already asked myself. It is kind of hard. I really had a struggle with that before, so I wouldn't be able to completely say how much is it that I will add or change about the actual redeems. So at least for now, nothing new. At least for now, at least. But well, that's it, I guess. There is no, okay. There is nothing else. Time to go back to rambling. Oh man. Let me prepare myself mentally for more fucking rambling. What I can have is this source. Wait. Text. Just in case, I will leave this around somewhere. This has background opacity. Okay, that is background opacity. Now I need anti-aliasing. I don't need anti-aliasing on fucking text, mate. What? How was it that I activated the fucking highlighting of the word? I don't know. And since this will be the text. Okay, there it is. Okay. It was on the wrong page. Oh no. Okay. Let me copy this. Copy. Delete this string. Let me paste this around here. Paste. Paste. I cannot paste that shit because I deleted it. Oh man. Text. Now time to find another fucking font. Oh yeah. Sugarman. What is this fucking... What is a... I don't know. We will have this. Why? Because I can. I guess. Over here, and now I need to edit it properly. In a second. Read from file, yeah. Disable fucking anti-aliasing on text. I don't need background opacity. Outline, that was the option I wanted, brother. Thank you a lot. We will have some select color blue. There it is. 6, 7, 8. Transition. There it is. We have just in case a fucking warning. Is it readable with this low of a quality? I will have to see. I would not really expect it to be something that someone can see from the outside. Can I... let me check on full screen. I kind of understand what it says. The font I used wasn't the best, so we will have to deal with that later. It isn't my problem. Now, time to go back to rambling. Dear God, who decided to let the potato ramble? If I were to guess, wait. Oh my god. Thank you. Let me check that before I completely go on a ramble once again. Oh my god, why is this image so big? What is going on here? Why do I have so much zoom on everything? Oh my god, it is kind of nice. I see. I wouldn't lie. It is kind of a nice poggers. It also is it really handmade? It seems really well. It has so many details about the actual potato that it really seems to be handmade. I really like that one. Mm, thank you a lot. I would even consider it to be a possible, what is it? Possible, I got lost. Yeah, it seems really to be handmade. As I was trying to say, I will really consider it to be a possible emote. That was the word, and a possible emote. I really liked it, and it also came out great because I saw some poggers that are kind of weird. So this one is at the very least high quality. There is a fucking problem. No, okay, there it is. I was thinking there was no possible emote, but there it is. Everything's fine. Well, now, as I was trying to do, time for me to go back to rambling. Oh yeah, what an enjoyable experience for the average viewer to hear a person completely ramble about things. A potato rambler, rambling, rumble. No. Something kind of funny that happened before I keep rambling was that somehow in my mind I was playing Half-Life. I do not know how to explain that, but I was playing Half-Life. Uh, I just came to my sense that I was playing that part that I think was almost where we left it the last time. Uh, it it was weird to take in mind that I was I was playing Half-Life in my mind. What the fuck was that? But well, okay, I guess so. It happens. It is a possibility. Well, as I was trying to say, basically, I don't remember where I left it, so I will also think that what it means when, well, what the original phrase tries to give or to make out of the sentences that it is using, or the words that it is using to form the sentence itself, is that in some way, I don't know, it is kind of weird because it can also be kind of motivational content, so to speak, because at the end of the day there is always people that is alone doing things, so it is kind of a tool for them to not find themselves to be lonely, so to speak. Because, for example, this one this idea came to me basically. This rambling came to me when I was watching Twitter, and I saw that one of the follows that I had started almost going on about, oh yeah, how much do I want to see myself with X person or all of that. And that was where I thought that being alone doesn't mean being lonely by itself. I guess some people really, not that they need, but that they could try to find also a meaning in that phrase, so to speak, at least to distract themselves from the original idea of, oh yeah, I'm so lonely, oh my god, and all of those almost kid behaviors, so to speak. Well, that is also another point of view that it gives, because at the end of the day, when we are young, we tend to think that when we are alone, we are almost if it isn't in danger, it is at least in a precarious situation, so to speak. So it is kind of revealing and kind of helpful to understand that when we are alone, I think in general, mm, not only when we are adults, but in general, even for example, when a kid is alone on his room, there isn't really anything bad, so to speak. You, the simple fact that you are alone doesn't mean that you are lonely, so to speak. That the loneliness itself is something bad, or that you cannot enjoy anything because you are alone. I don't. I have been trying my best to avoid thinking that I hate when I have to analyze something and it is too short for me to really find if it has any kind of meaning to it, or real objective kind of meaning to it, because at the end of the day it almost feels like when I think everybody did it or will do it at some point in their life, so I will give the example without any care. It almost feels like when you are trying to analyze one, specifically one only passage from any kind of biblical text or anything like that. They are, generally speaking, too short to really find if there is a kind of certain objective meaning when the message itself isn't clear, as it happens with this one. What it really is trying to mean. I could stop rambling and check if there is any kind of source behind that. That is possibly a good idea, so to speak. Yeah, I will do that. Instead of fucking rambling, I will check that. Where did the phrase being alone doesn't mean being lonely come from? Yeah, where did it originate? Why being alone doesn't mean being lonely? Oh wow. Okay, original source. Can you fucking give me the original source? Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. Original. How do I have to search for it? What is the fucking original source of this? Who the fuck had this idea first, or talked about it first? And why is there such a uprising? Well, no, it is a lie. I was going to say such an uprising of that idea behind fucking pandemic times, because there were almost like 20 posts made on Reddit about this same topic in different subreddits, but there is also here an article from 2018. Okay, I find no fucking original source, so it is one of those fucking, yeah, it is one of those phrases. No, there is nothing to keep working on them. If I cannot really try to find a way to work around it, it might as well be meaningless to keep doing so. Well, thank you, Andy Gravity, for the comment. I don't remember the page. I can find the link, but it was AI made basically. So it is fine. It is really something. I obviously I also liked it, so that is all I can say about it. How do I hide this? Like this. Okay, there it is. That disappeared. What great. What so great. Well, there is. I think there was nothing else for me to discuss right now. Was it? Let me check. Well, yeah. Loudly. Ah, yeah. Well, yeah. There is something else I have to loudly think about. Yeah, and that is a problem that I do not want to talk about, but well, if I have to do so, I have to do so. I do not completely understand if it is a problem or if it is more like of a kind of lack of complete. I do not want to say interest because it feels too aggressive on everybody else, but I think it, at least in the personal context, might be the correct word to say that I kind of lack, not the interest, so to speak, as I do not care, but rather somehow I do not completely find the idea of memorizing or associating every person's name and or those, yeah, basically that part of them to whoever they are. I do not find it interesting, as I was trying to say, not in a social kind of way, but rather it is something that I struggle by. What is the reason? I cannot really pinpoint in this case. I will really guess it exists, or it is kind of bad because I haven't really practiced it, so to speak. It is one of the few problems I have had my whole life, so to speak, so trying to work around it, and even more so after existing so for so long, doesn't feel completely weird, but it is something that I do not want to deal with, and the kind of way that I wanted to go around the problem itself was to create a list that contains every kind of chuba that I actually know of, and a little image of themselves. The only problem is that well, it isn't a problem, it is something logical. If I want to have a list, and more so with images related. I have to put in the word, find the images, correctly adhere them to whoever they belong to, and all of that. But I guess it kind of be it kind of can become a workaround. What is that fucking sentence? It kind of can become a workaround around that problem because it is a way to acknowledge what are the names of the people and what are the image associated to the name, so to speak. I will guess I will have to work on it, but it is I will try to do it tomorrow. But well, that is something that I will leave to my future selves to deal with. Tomorrow, what I want to do first and beforehand is to start piling up the videos on the new upcoming playlist, so to speak, about everything rambling related, because it seems it will really become a long series. Well, yeah, there is nothing else for me to speak now that was tackled on, or well, what another kind of solution for that problem. But I even if stream, wait. What is the most exciting thing about streaming? Do you mean it in a kind of in for the potato, right? For me, I enjoy streaming because it is well, it is weird. It is a space where I enjoy the act of thinking more freely than anywhere else, and also it has a lot of factors by themselves. Not only do I think freely, do I also practice my English and try to work around all the single things that do not really work out by themselves, because I am an English second language, so I really have to find good ways to convey my ideas, and I also need to expand my own dictionary in my mind, so to speak. So I also do that, and well, there is also a third side, so to speak, of me. Wait, what? What feels freeing about it? It is kind of not so good to say it out loud, but the fact that at the end of the day, no, it isn't a bad question. At the end of the day, when you're able to earn something for okay. Okay, I understand. Yeah. But wait, what? What do you mean? Existing is a kind of a strong word. What do you mean? The fact of thinking on stream, or doing the streaming by itself? It is kind of. Hard to say. if I were to answer it from the point of view of why is it more entertaining to think on stream rather than not doing so, I don't know. At least for me, it is more entertaining for me, from my own person, because I also have the possibility of finding outside perspectives about what I'm trying to think of. And the only problem that I might have sometimes is when I'm thinking, like I did earlier today, when I was purely rambling about an idea that is almost completely new to me, so I need to focus on it. But the rest of the time, when I can have a kind of discussion with a third party, basically, it becomes even easier for myself to develop the ideas that I already have. And from the other point of view, if you're asking why is it more freeing to stream in general than just existing, I don't completely know what other people could say, but for me, the simple fact that you are having a conversation with another, or at least having an idea. Okay, there it is then. There you have it. Thank you for your question, basically. And well, nothing else to say, at least now, I think. How much time did I do today? Okay, a little bit more than an hour and a half. What great. Oh man. Well, this is a 1 viewer stream. I cannot rate anybody. It is okay. It is perfectly fine. I cannot rage about it. Well, if it is a 1 viewer stream moment, I might as well just end it like that. No. What am I most excited to do for streamings in the future? Well, there are a lot of things. In general, it is kind of hard to say only one thing. The most excited I am is to do for streams. No, yeah, it is kind of hard. Do not tell me no fucking Dempa. I wanted to end it soon. La fucking god. Do not become a Dempa raid. No. No. It was a false alarm. Thank you, Saxter, for coming. But yeah, the thing I can really, at least for now, say I am most interested in doing in the future for the streams is, as I was trying to talk earlier, basically I wanted to do some interviews with people. I always liked asking questions to people and hearing what they have to say about things. So even more being in the, what is it, the Vtuber world, so to speak, I think there are a lot of interesting questions to ask another Vtuber and hear what their thoughts are. For example, on why did you start, what really made you start, and how is it that you keep going, besides all the negative comments that you might be receiving. How do you deal with certain kind of people? For example, as an insider, I would like to ask people, why is it that in, at least in those that I have watched, you do not talk about the fact that you have to deal with so many bots in your daily life, so to speak, or in your off streams hours, and all of those things are interesting questions that I have and that I really want to ask, basically. But yeah, no, not much else to say. That is, yeah, the most interesting one I have in mind. No, yeah, no, nothing else to add to that. I think I try to be sure about it, but well, where? Anyone. Anyone as in a person that could also be there, or anyone with those who are alive. Anyone with persons that are no, man, I wouldn't even think about asking Show anything. Why? It will be a funny interview, I think. Show is a kind of interesting character, so to speak, but it wouldn't be my pick. I would like to ask. Well, with those who are alive right now, there is this guy. The actual no, it isn't the actual. How did this guy was called? Let me search for the name. The ex-president of Uruguay. His name was Pepe Mujica, man. That guy was What are you doing? What are you doing? Thank you a lot for your support, Lisaxter, my biggest follower right now. What are you doing? Yeah, and you're my Oshi too. Thank you for your support. With that money, it is 1 week less that I have to work. Amazing concept. But well, as I was trying to say, with those who are alive, Pepe Mujica. With those who are dead, I wouldn't even think twice. Nikola Tesla. Or if it were to be something controversial, Hitler. Why not? I want to understand the mind of that guy. What the fuck was going on to start a fucking war, a fucking world war, after already experiencing one himself? What is the thoughts that cross that guy's mind to say, oh yeah, you know what? I will kill people all over the world. What were those ideas? He was completely deranged. What are you saying? He was a wild. He was literally out of it. He was literally the most crazy person. The funniest part that I really liked about him was all the videos that there exist about Hitler being completely out of his mind because of what was it? Heroin that he was taking to stay kind of awake. That man was completely out of his mind. That is a really interesting guy, so to speak. What a sentence! What a fucking sentence it is. But well, oh wow! Thank you, Kurugi, for coming in to this late stream. We're answering questions. If you have anything to ask, do it. If you have anything also, Mr. Saxter, do it. Because it seems that this became a real ask me anything moment, so...
The Zaxter gifted a tier 1 sub to Karugi. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
Okay, thank you for the support, Mr. Mr. Saxter. Man, what is this? What is this moment? What is the original idea behind? Oh yeah, potato gift, potato soup gift. Oh man, what a concept. Ah man. Oh man, I think I laughed too much. I need to go to the bathroom. Man, that was too much. Oh no. Invasión. That was a bathroom moment. Do not let the fact that I went to the bathroom disturb you. Here I am. Do not worry anymore. I am back, Mr. Saxter. We are so back. But well, we have so many people. What do we do? Is there anything for me? Do I ramble? What do you want? Why are we watching a potato? I'm sorry, it wasn't to me. It wasn't meant to be an insult. You can do whatever you want. You can give the potato more money, eh? No. It was a joke. It was a prank. Do not do so. Stop spending money on a potato. Wait. Personality quizzes, but I cannot stream anything else that what you can already see. So we are struggling to the max. Kurugi, that's why it isn't because I do not want to. It is because my PC isn't handling anything lastly now. This last time, so we are doing whatever we can. No, why would Dempa fear me, mate? Dempa is in a nice way crazy. Yes. Give it a second. Loud sound warning. The mic is going to approach the PC, so you can hear how much is it going on right now. Loudness warning, as I said. That was it. That was the PC dying because I might have something open that I need to close right now. Even no, I have nothing that I can close. It is really dying. Well, I close just in case a tab of the browser, just in case. Yeah, it is angry. It needs to die, and I do not let it die. It has been struggling for the last year or so, since I don't want to really blame Microsoft, but since they announced that there was no more actual updates for Windows 10, the PC started going to its lowest, is what I can say. So I have been really trying to push it to the limit and finding a way for it to work correctly. But well, let's hope it really isn't a Microsoft moment where, oh no, depreciated operating system is going to work like poo-poo dog. No, yeah, I can't also update to Windows 11. I think I haven't checked what is the reason now, but it was so funny when I tried to work around it, and every single time it was a different reason. It didn't feel at any point something completely annoying. I was completely in love with the idea of me having to spend 20 hours to prepare the PC to upgrade to Windows 11. And I guess that is how this is going to work. What can I say? Except you're welcome. I'm sorry. I need to sing to the mic so openly. I am going crazy here with so many things to talk about. So I don't know, man. I can. What? Give me something to talk. I do not want to ramble. Please, dear lurker, you know you're there. Say something at least. You stay lurking command. Give me your precious view. I want you. I love you and I need it of you. But well, I don't know. I might be shitposting too much in the middle of an streaming, so I don't know. We're going crazy here. That is all I can say. But well, we have. What the fuck? What? Why are we 6 people right now? You know what? Go fuck yourself. I'm going to raid somebody before you leave here. I am such a clever person, you know. I won't give anybody time to leave. They all did. Ha. And when earning it out of nowhere. Goodbye, you darling, lovely, precious viewers of mine. Have a great one. We are going to raid someone because I need networking. Thank you. Yeah. Potato raid.